patience. That's the big thing I've learned about myself, and one thing I would say you definitely have to have in this role. You have to be patient. You have to be patient with yourself, with your customers, with your cohorts.
The biggest thing it's taught me is I knew I was an empathetic person, but I have realized that empathy is a skill, and it's something that I have to keep working on. And so you just have to practice and find different ways to remain empathetic throughout the day.
I think having those difficult conversations with people and trying to talk them through and calm them down is definitely something that's taught me that I can get through those tough moments.
Right, every day when I come to work, I try to be consistent in effort and maybe taking that extra step for each customer. It's easy to get it more in a repetitive state, just, oh, let me get to the next call, or here goes another claim. Just trying to be consistent with people and following up with the customer.
Just being friendly and taking care of each other and putting each other first so that we can take care of our customers. So just stop and recognize and say, hey, I see you when you're in the hall. If someone's having a bad day, try to do something to make it a little bit better.
An influencer who was some kind of music producer, and she reached out and she just said she loves flying Southwest, and from her previous convos we've always seen interactions with her that have been positive. So I kind of took that initiative, and with our customer SCAP advocacy program, just went ahead and sent her like a special Southwest branded speaker just because she was into music, so it kind of fit like her personality. So I kind of surprised her and sent her a speaker. Once she got it, she posted it to her Instagram with lots of followers and kind of showed her appreciation. So I think just going above and beyond and kind of surprising her with a present that she was never expecting, something that definitely shows Southwest hospitality.
A family of four that was going from St. Louis to Dallas and Dallas on to Florida for family vacation, and came across some irregular operations. They experienced a flight delay coming out of St. Louis and got to Dallas later, and ended up missing their connection. They purchased a hotel, rebooked the following day for a flight, now connected through San Antonio. However, once they got in the air, I should say, their plane was diverted because the plane skidded off the runway in San Antonio. So as a result, they ended up in Austin, unable to be rebooked, and were informed that we could get them on a flight, but it would be out of Houston and they would have to drive there. So the family spent the day there in Austin, did the best they could with the situation, only to drive to Houston the following morning to arrive to a canceled flight due to mechanical. So at this point, they were rebooked for something later on the day that would go through New Orleans, which they got to New Orleans okay, but then experienced mechanical swap for another 3-hour delay. So they eventually got to their destination, and at the end of the day, we were able to not only provide vouchers, but cover hotels, cover car rentals. So just being passionate about that customer and their experiences is one thing that always sticks out to me.
I had an email to Gary from a lady who had 2 young granddaughters who were about to travel across the country by themselves for the first time, and they were like 12 and 9. And she was really nervous about them flying by themselves. And so she kind of just needed more information about the process. So I called her and I explained to her step by step what was going to happen, how it was going to go, and kind of tried to reassure her that we travel with UMs all the time and it's usually fine, and that they were going to have a great trip. And I gave her my extension, so if she had any questions, she had someone she could reach out to. She ended up calling me, between her and her husband, they ended up calling me about 5 times before the girls traveled, just to ask questions. And then they called me after the fact to let me know that they had a great trip and that it was so much fun and that they love Southwest, and that one was pretty great.